Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 51 of Crystal Knits. You can follow me on Instagram or Ravelry at Crystal Knits, and if you love cozy mysteries, follow me at the Crafty Cozy Mystery Chat. I will put in the down bar when I start talking about cozy mysteries, so if you're just here for them, you could forward to the area where I start talking about the books. And I am also now an affiliate for Twice Sheared Sheep. It's a great place to get all your knitting notions. So use the link down below, or you can go on my Instagram profile, and I have a link there as well. They have a lot of unique products, and I have a few to show you. I can't wait to share them. And I also put in an order for some other things, which one was really cool. It was like a yarn carousel. I fell in love watching these, the advent calendar they had last year open up, and they had so many unique things. I just had to get in on this. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and don't forget to use that affiliate link, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're a new viewer, thank you for checking us out. If you're an old viewer, thank you for coming back. I think that's it. Long administration. Okay, so this episode's going to be a long one because I don't know if you remember last episode I started coughing, and last year I was coughing for about 4 months. So this year it was about 2.5 months that I could not talk without coughing. And I went to the doctor and everything. They put me on lots of different medications. I'm going to go see a specialist now. It's insane. But I am able to go through without talking. It's a long story. And I don't want to bore you because you're not here for the sickness. You're here for the knitting, not the sickness. So that is why I've not podcasted, because I cannot do a coherent sentence without coughing. So I'm going to show you what I did for last year. I have a Kal coming up that I'm really excited about. It's going to be for the whole year. We'll talk about that later when I start showing you projects for it. I have a Knit Picks order. I have some stuff from Twice Sheared Sheep I want to show you. I had a real insanity of casting things on in January because I was so sick. I was so bored with everything that I just couldn't stop casting on everything. So I have a whole bunch of shawls to show you. You know me. When I want to knit something, it's shawls. And I have cast on the shawls. It's nuts. So I will start out with my year-end review. So for 2023, I have knit 1 tote, 3 Kals, 4 blankets, 3 mitts, 17 socks, 4 hats, 7 shawls, and 7 sweaters. I don't know what's happened with me. This year has been the year of sweaters and blankets. I have just wanted to knit everything. So I have a total of 46 projects. Now that does not include my 25 dishcloths, because I don't count that as the end of total, because those are so simple and I knit them so fast. This year I'm actually already started with my FL. My handwriting is atrocious. This is why I do not use a proper knitting journal, because this is just ugh. But I've already started. I have dishcloths, pot holders, coasters, trivets, and placemats, because I know I've been knitting and crocheting a lot of these this year. So I'm putting them as their separate things, so I don't have to keep writing every time. I'm just going to put like a tally at the end of each sequence, I guess you'd call it. I don't know. So, and I have already finished 3 FOs. Now, the really amazing thing is, for my 2022 list of whips, it was originally, how many did I have? All right, at the end of 2022, I had 43 whips and 21 bags of yarn that I would just throw in, like, I'm going to cast this on, I'm going to throw the yarn in a bag. This year, I am down to 17 bags, and I used I finished 12 of those 2022 whips, which I'm very proud of. And then I finished 1 already this year. So I'm really hoping this year to make a dent. This is like my list of 2022 stuff. It's insane. And everything I knit last year, I pretty much finished, except for the stuff that I cast on in December, which I'm finishing. Probably most of the stuff that you're going to see here, I'm going to say I'm going to finish at the end of February. Maybe March at the most. The blankets probably later. But the shawls, the mitts, the socks, they will all be done by the end of February. I'd be shocked if they weren't. So I have been doing pretty good on finishing what I have started. Unfortunately, stuff before 2022, not so much. I got to really concentrate on fixing that, because my whip area is an entire coffee table. 2-tier coffee table. And we had the Christmas tree over there. So we moved all my project bags into the toy room. So when I moved it back, I actually went cleaning through everything, organizing everything. I organized the top of my yarn cabinet. I organized my needle book / accoutrement cabinet. I really would love to get a big yarn cabinet. Because right now I have those little cubby holes. And I'm always terrified of moths because my kids open the door in spring and summer and they don't close it. I'm always afraid they're going to come in. So I really would like 1 or 2 big cabinets like the Crazy Sock Lady has. They have one that's like a double cabinet. I think that's what she has. But I think I gotta get 2 of the smaller cabinets because in the big picture, what I want to do is the toy room, when they get older, that's going to be my craft room. Right now, my craft room is the den. So this is our biggest living space in the house. So all my stuff is in here. I have successfully thrown all the kids' stuff into the toy room. It is no longer in this room. There are no toys. They sometimes sneak them in, but then I get them really quick back into their room. So the dining room no longer has yarn in it because I had a buffet. I had my whips that I'm currently working on. I had that on top of the cabinet. So everything is in this room, which is fabulous. I wish it was a little bit more accessible because I have like bins back here, sweater quantity, dish towels, yarn. There's a whole bunch of stuff. When I get everything really organized, maybe I'll do like show you where everything is. But right now, it's just too hard to do. And it's not, I mean, it's organized enough, but it's too hard to film because I have it behind a lot of stuff. Because again, this is our living area. I'm trying not to have it like, ooh, it's yarn. Because I get comments when people come in, oh, that's a lot of stuff. People need to mind their own business. Do you guys get that? Because I am fed up. I used to collect DVDs. They're like, oh, you got a lot of DVDs. Oh, you got a lot of books. It was so annoying. I don't know why people have to make comments about collections. Because there's like people that collect freaking Legos. And they got the whole entire basement. It's Lego Central. Do they make comments to them? This is what I like to do. I like to knit. Leave the comments at the door, people. So I get annoyed at that. And that's why I try to hide everything so I don't hear the comments. I also get that with the toy room. Yeah. I got a lot of judgmental people in my family. A lot of them. But anyways, we're not here to talk about them. But so that is my goal. Get through 2022. I would love to just have a few bags out. I would love to have less than 20 whips going. And maybe 2 or 3 bags. I have done something interesting with my dish towel stuff. I used to have it in a fringe supply bag. Now I put it in this tote. Because basically this tote, which I got at QVC, I think it was just sitting over there empty. Because I used to have minis and scraps in it. And then I organized my scraps into like little Ziploc bags. There's a video, I think it's maybe episode 35. I don't know, you can see it says how I organized my scraps and minis. So that tells you how I did that. But then this has been sitting empty for the last 6 months, I would say. So I decided to put all this in here, and that's one less bag. And then I could see what I have in here. And like this is like leftover of a skein from Knit Picks. Most of my dish towels are Knit Picks. So I'm going to be knitting these up and then mixing it with like a solid color. But I need to finish some of this stuff. So that's what this is. I also am right now knitting. This is on Dishy Multi. I'm not sure what color this is. Maybe blush? I don't know. It's the pretty pink one, and I already knit one from this. So this is how I am organizing my dish towel stuff. And it's a lot easier for me to get at than using a little bag. So I could actually see where the scissors are. I could see where the crochet hook is. Because I make a little end thing at the... I usually do this on the... You do use a crochet hook even though I'm knitting them. So it's easy to find everything now. So I'm really enjoying that. And let's see. What can I show you first? It has been crazy over here. It really has been crazy. All right, I'm going to show you the first thing. I think this was my Christmas Eve cast on. This is my Outstranded Shawl by Christine Archer. I got this yarn from Chronicles of Yarnia. It's a store in New Jersey. I've never been there. They have a podcast. I saw the shawl. Someone knitted it on there. One of the women that owned the shop fell in love with it. I had to knit it. So I've had this sitting. This was one of my project bags. I had yarn just sitting there. So I finally cast it on. I am done with the main part of the shawl, but it looks really small to me. I think there's less than 300 stitches on the needle. Now, what I'm wearing right now is my Trifle Advent shawl. It ends at 400 stitches. Usually my shawls end around 400 stitches. No, I think this one's 420. And I feel like this is going to be very small. Like, this fits me nicely. So I might keep, but again, it's only one skein of this. And I didn't add in the color work yet. But I think it ends at like 320 stitches. So I might add a few more repeats. That's why I just have this in timeout trying to think of what I'm going to do. So a few more repeats of the texture section. And then I add in these colors. This one right here. Oh my God. So these colors are all Madeline Tosh Light. This is Antique Lace. I'm going to say this is Copper Pink. And this is Rocicinate? R-O-C-I-N-A-T. But look at that. This is the color that I fell in love with. I don't know why. I just love these three mixed together. And I'm using a US 6 4mm needle. And the needle I am using is Knit Picks Prisms. And then I have, for the stitch marker, is Itty Bitty Delights. I got this in my advent calendar from Holly Dye Works. And it goes so perfectly with this shawl. It's so pretty. And who is this bag from? Bumpy Crafts. I've had this for about 2 or 3 years. It's funny because I keep putting projects in it. And then at Christmas, I end up not knitting it. So I end up putting it away. So I'm just like, I don't care, Christmas is over. I am knitting with this bag. It's so cute. We love nutcrackers in my family. So I just decided to keep it in there since it was my Christmas Eve cast on. But I'm hoping this will be done soon because it's really just the border I've got to do. You add in the color work and then it's done. So, again, I just got to figure out how many repeats to do for this. But I love the texture and this is so pretty. All right, so that was my first cast on. Then another cast on I have done. I have been very, very bored. I have watched everything there is to watch, I think. I am now watching Murder in Paradise, which is a really great show. I highly recommend it. And so I have subscribed to BritBox because I have watched probably everything in America. I don't know. I'm just so bored. So I have actually been watching the beginning episodes of The Crazy Sock Lady because that's how bored I am. And I have seen her wear this shawl and I kept seeing it and I fell so in love with this shawl. And crazy thing is, I actually own that pattern. I keep buying patterns and not knitting them because I'm designing so much. So I'm not really designing first. No one's buying patterns. I don't know why. I mean, you pay for yarn, you pay for project bags. Why are you not paying for patterns unless it's like Stephen West or someone famous like that? I don't know. So I'm going to try just to knit some of the patterns I have, just try to recoup and calm down. So right now I can't even think. So I'm not really into designing right now. So this is the Country Song Shawl. I did not write who this person is that designed it. I am sorry. Let me look it up because it is a really, really pretty shawl. Why did I not write that down? Oh, here it is. Gabrielle Venzina. V-E-Z-I-N-A. So she did the Country Strong Shawl. I fell in love with her. I kept seeing her wear Crazy Sock Lady wearing it. And then I owned it. So I was like, it's meant to be. I have to do it. So the yarn I am using, which again, deep, deep, deep stash. One of the first yarns I think I ever bought that was a hand-dyed yarn was from Wool and Vine Yarns. It's Figgy Pudding. I have been saving this for the perfect project. I have 2 skeins of it in Norway. I had one in Magpie, which I used for my Stephen West Exploration Shawl, I think it was in there. And I have coveted this yarn. It is so gorgeous. And I'm really excited because Kristen says she does have the recipe for this. So I might be able to get a sweater quantity of this. It's just the most gorgeous color ever. It's this beautiful mauve and raspberry, and it has these beautiful green speckles in it. I mean, it's like, this is my heaven. It is not photographing well. It is a yucky, dark day over here. It's horrible. I know it looks very soft. I could not get the color darker on here. I don't know why it's so soft. But this is like the most gorgeous color ever. This is from Simply Serving. A little Yeti. My son loves Yetis. A little heart for Valentine's Day. It's in a project bag that I made years ago when my sewing machine was not broken. Oh, which, by the way, I have the worst luck in the world. I finally saved enough money. I bought a sewing machine. It came in. I bought it with a hard case so my kids can't mess up the sewing machine. What happens? They broke it in transit. So I had to return the sewing machine. It was the last one they had on Amazon. And I'm just like, I'm done. So I do not have a sewing machine again. It's so frustrating. I'm hoping to get another sewing machine one day. And this is on the Narwhal base, which is another one that Kristen does not handle anymore. It was this gorgeous cashmere and merino. Like, seriously, coveted this yarn. I have been saving it for the perfect thing. And this shawl is definitely going to be. I can't wait to show you the actual pattern. Right now it's just on plain stockinette. The only thing I didn't like with the way it was written is that it says, you got the gauge, just keep knitting till you get to 16 inches. And then make sure it's divisible by so-and-so number. And I'm just like, seriously? So we're doing the work? Like, just tell us what to knit it to. So I might end up knitting it bigger because I got 2 skeins of this yarn just to make it a little bit deeper because I like deeper shawls. Because again, we don't know what stitch count this is going to end up at. I have no clue. Doesn't tell you any stitch counts. So that's my one problem with the pattern. But so far I'm just very happy. I think I'm at 11 inches. So it says 16 inches. So I think I got to get it like that. So maybe I don't know. We'll see how big it is. Maybe I'll put it up against this, see what it looks like, if I need to get it deeper or not. And then I start the pretty design around the border, kind of. But it's like a thick border. So it's not like just the stocking and the little thin thing. But it's really pretty. It's lace all around. I cannot wait to knit this. And I'm knitting it on with Signature Needle Arts, US 4, 3.5 millimeters. So everything about this design I am just in love with. And I can't wait to get this done. But I did put it on hold because I was... Alright, so I'm going to tell you about the cow. Alright, because this goes with the cow. So as I said, I have all these patterns I have never knit. One things that I have been obsessive over is Helen Stewart, Curious Handmade. You hear me talk about her all the time. She's one of the few designers I am always knitting. I always have one thing of hers on the needles at all times. But in the recent years, I have not really been knitting too much since I've been designing. So what the cowl is going to be, is going to be hashtag 2024, the year of CM, year of Curious Handmade. And we are going to be knitting everything Curious Handmade. I don't care what it is. If it's a pattern from her, just knit it. It's awesome. And I think it's in my other pad. I can't get it. I'm just going to tell you. I have knit, I think, about 25 or 26 of her projects. Next episode I'll show you because the pad's all the way over there. I want to go get it. She has 180 patterns. Yes, I counted. There's only one pattern you can't get, and it's like a little, I think she just designed it for like her daughter, and she never actually published it. So there's 180 something patterns. And I've knit 25 of them. I want to rectify that. And I keep buying her Shawl Society, her Sock Society, her Knit Vent collections. I have almost every single pattern of hers. Yet I have only knit 25 of them. So this is the year I'm going to knit as many as possible. If you go to my Ravelry grouping for Crystal T Knits, there is a thing that says chatter, so you can write about your yarns, what you're knitting, anything you want to talk about, you put there. When you're done, put it in the FO thread. And then at the end of the year, I'm hoping to get some prizes. I'm not sure how much I'm going to get. Hopefully I'll get a sewing machine by then. I can make some prizes. I don't know if anyone wants to donate. Feel free to donate. But we could you could have that over there. It's more of a fun knit along than a prize knit along. So again, anything Curious Handmade, knit. I don't care. Just, you have to cast it on this year. No whips are included. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm not feeling good. I don't know what I'm saying right now. I just also wanted to get this episode out because I wanted to tell you about this thing. So already January is practically gone, and I want to end it in December. Maybe I'll make it go until next February. I don't know. But right now, again, use the hashtag 2024 year of CH, and I will see you on Instagram. I can't wait to see all the projects to be knit. I love Helen Stewart, and I hope you love her designs as well. So, first thing I started knitting of hers, it is in my utterly adorable Valentine's sheep bag. It is freezing over here. So one of the shawls I never knit of hers is usually like the worsted weight shawls because I don't really have any worsted weight yarn that's not acrylic in the house. So again, in my order from Knit Picks, sorry, I ordered Wool of the Andes Bulky. It is the Sterling Heather colorway. I am knitting the Sonder Shawl. In the pattern, it said US 11, 8mm. I did a gauge. It was perfect. I cast it on. It looked so loose, like crazy loose. So I went down to a 10.5. I'm not sure what the millimeter for 10.5 is. I'm going to say 7.5 millimeter. And I am knitting it. I have actually knit the entire shawl in her pattern. Luckily, it's just an easy repeat. But it is a lot smaller than what she says it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be 60 inches long. I think I'm at 40 something. I know it's going to grow when you block it, but I don't think it's going to grow that drastically. And I think over here it was like 21 inches, and I think it has to be 26 inches. This might grow to 26 inches. I don't know. But I also feel like sometimes when I do, especially if it's a rectangular shawl, that's why I don't like knitting them that much. It looks like it's big, and then it scrunches up so much there's nothing to show. So I said, if I knit this more, it's fine. Also, I only used 2 skeins of yarn. It said 3. Again, I'm not adding in the tassels because there are tassels with this. And I could care less about them because I also feel like my kids are just going to rip them apart. So I'm not going to add that in. So I'm just going to use all 3 skeins, go till the end of this, and then do the garter border. So this is the repeat so far. This is fun, lacy, textured repeat. You start on this side. I had an interesting cast on. It took me a while to be like wrap my head around this one because usually hers are very straightforward and there's no like Stephen West trickery going on. This one had a little bit and I was just like, what? But then when I kind of got to this, I'm like, okay, I get what's going on. Simple. But it's had me a while to wrap my head around it. But look how big this thing is. It's so pretty. But again, because this yarn is so thick, it's not wrapping around too much. That's why I know I want to, again, it's going to get thinner when you block it and everything, and I want to make it longer. So, yeah, I'm going to do to the end of that. Hopefully it'll be long enough, but it's freezing over here, and I figure this is great. Like, today it's really, really freakily warm. Like, I'm sweating wearing this. I had the Like a Cloud sweater on originally, and I was so hot with it. I was like, no. And I was going to wear one of my sweaters that I finished. And I can't wear worsted weight today. It's too hot. So this, I'm hoping to be done real soon. Because I said, I've actually finished knitting the pattern. I'm just adding more repeats. And I think this Progress Keeper is from Trifle Circus. Something like that. Circus, no, not Circus Tonic. Something Circus. She changed her name. I don't know. She doesn't even do Progress Keepers anymore. But I just loved it. And I cannot wait to be done with this. This is great just to pick up. I have it memorized now. It's funny because beginning I was like, I can't remember what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. And then I was like, oh, I got this thing memorized. And I'm just going like that now. And I just keep picking it up. But this will be done real soon. I think next podcast you will see this as an FO. I'd be in shock if this was not an FO for the next episode. So, okay, I'm just going to throw that there. All right. So let me show you my sweater FOs. You're going to be crazed when you see this. Okay. So the first thing is my Felix sweater. My Felix Pullover by Amy Christophs. I used Big Twist DK in the white colorway. The Big Twist tweed in the white. And I used my screen is cracked. My kids dropped my old tablet, so I'm like trying to read through it. It's a US 10 6mm I used to knit this. It was originally an 8 that you used for the neckline that I used for my green one. It was a little tight, like I kept pulling on it. So I did use a US 9 for this part. Then I went back to an 8 for the rest of the ribbing. But I am obsessed with this. I love this pattern so much. It's a raglan sweater, and the increases are all lace. Look how beautiful it is. It looks so pretty in the tweed especially. I do want to knit this in actual wool, not acrylic, one day. And a dark purple I think would be really pretty. And I also bought the pattern for the this is the pullover, so the cardigan. I'm very excited about knitting that. So this is my second Felix I have knit. And again, this took me 10 days to knit. I love acrylic yarn and 10 needles. I'm telling you people, you want to make a wardrobe super fast and you live someplace cold, 10 needles and worsted weight. You can't go wrong. It's fabulous. And I found a whole bunch of other patterns with that. And I bought more acrylic yarn. It's over there. And I'm going to be knitting them. I am going to think I'm going to take a break and try to knit thinner yarn right now. Because again, we only have one more month of winter. And we got an Indian summer going on, I guess, right now. So I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to wear these. So I'm thinking I'm going to like go back and forth, like knit one worsted weight sweater and then do a DK or fingerling and go back to worsted weight and just keep doing that. Or just have this on the needle all the time and then have a DK and fingerling and just go back and forth. I think that's what my plan's going to be. Then for Christmas, I wanted to knit a Christmas sweater. So what better? Acrylic, size 10 needle. I did a Ranunculus. And it was so pretty. It's a little bit of a tighter knit for some reason in this yarn than that one. This is Big Twist Twinkle. It's in the, where are you? Twinkle in the red colorway. And it is the pattern by Midori Heroes. It is a beautiful pattern. If you have not knit this, I highly recommend it. This is the second one I've knit. I've knit a short sleeve version in a sport weight. Unfortunately, I have to wear something underneath, so I don't wear it that much. And the thing I did buy that matched perfectly with the yarn, it's very tight feeling, and I don't like tight clothes. So I think I have to buy another camisole that's more loose fitting. Or maybe wear a t-shirt underneath. I don't know. But it sucks because it matched so perfectly with the yarn. But I would love to knit another long sleeve, maybe in wool one day. But then this, the acrylic, I've worn this already twice. And I think I can get away with wearing this for Valentine's Day too, maybe. So look at this. It's so pretty. Oh my God, look at that. Then this is where I get frustrated. As soon as I was done with that, I said I want a plain one so I could wear it constantly. I cast one on. I am pissed at Joann Yarns. Let me tell you. I did a pickup with their yarn because they were having a sale. And I was like, let me just do a pickup. I went there. I actually did go into the store and looking at some things. I got some other colors as well. I did not check the dye lots. So when you do a pickup, check the dye lots at Joann's. They don't give a damn. They just, oh, that's the color? Throw it in the bag. They do not look at dye lots. I knit an entire sweater in the purple colorway they have, in the regular Big Twist yarn. So I have the whole yoke done. I think I'm ready to separate for the sleeves. I think I have 2 rows, but I might go back because when I went to pick up the second skein, when I put them together, it was so much lighter than this, like beyond lighter. Then I went to the store. They were sold out of everything. So I could not match this. This is a color, like it's coming up much more like normal purple here. This is a hard purple to match. They do have 2 other colorways. So if I would have started with the lighter colorway, I could have faded to this color. That would have been good. But I started with the dark one. I do not like fading from dark to light. So my options are right now to keep going to Joann's with this some miracle, find a dye lot that matches this. Or fade it to like a navy or dark gray. So it will go, because I think those are the only two, maybe black even would go with this, but I'm not really a black fan. I don't know. Fade it to that, but maybe do, that's why I said I'm going to maybe rip out where the stockinette area is, and maybe do a color work, like make up a little color work design to fade it into it, instead of just doing stripes, to make it a little bit more interesting. And then the bottom half will all be the navy or the gray or the black. I don't know. So this is in timeout right now because I am very, very upset about this. I was like crying when I found out I could not match this. And again, the colorway that was with this was much lighter than this. So it sucks. I don't know what to do. So you are in timeout, and I did all that beautiful. Look how beautiful it looks. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Again, this is Simply Servings, little Nutcracker rat from the Nutcracker. And then I was like, I'm not going to do another Ranunculus right now because I'm very mad about this. And I have other patterns I want to do that are size 10 needles. So it is in timeout. It is sitting in this bag. Originally I had it in one of my totes from Knit Picks, but then I'm like, it's just this one skein of yarn. Why have it in a big ass tote? So I have it in this pretty bag by, I do not know who you are by. Oh, there you go. A Finch's Nest, I think. Oh, can you see it? I have no idea who this is. But that is in there. And it'll be sitting in there till I figure out what I'm going to do with it. I don't want to rip it back. I mean, I could rip it back and then fade it, like I said, but I don't know. So it's just a lot of work, and that was, I mean, it's not hard to make a ranunculus, but it just kills me. It's just killing me. So that's going to sit there. So my last sweater that I finished, I actually had this as an F-row previously. Then after I blocked and put it on, I did not like the sleeves. They were so tight. I knit it how they said, but I didn't do any decreases. So it should have been big on me. And then I just did a rapid decrease at the bottom. So I had to take out the whole sleeve, and I redid it. I ended up adding an extra 20 stitches to make it just a little more floofy. I'm so glad I did. It fits so much better. Hopefully one day I'll be able to show it to you when it's not too hot over here. But it's just a beautiful sweater. It's from Alicia Plummer. It's the Stillness Drop sweater. I loved it. I got this yarn from, it's in Mount Kisco. I don't remember the name of the store. I'm sorry. But I got this yarn over there. Oh, that's going to drive me crazy now. What's this yarn store? Yarn store near me. Pick Up Every Stitch in Mount Kisco. That's where I got the yarn. And it is Malabrigo Rios in the colorway. I do not have it here either. Ah! I'm not doing good, people. I am not doing good. Thank God we have phones. In the Lila colorway. So I used 6 skeins of that. The only thing, it feels so nice against your skin. The only thing is, because I'm heavy, it's a little elasticy, so I feel like I get a little punch down here. That's the only thing I did not like. It is big on me, though. So I don't know. And I am going to, from now on, like when you join the yarn, I don't like how that's over there. I am going to just take the hit with the yarn. I try to get every last bit into the sweaters. I'm going to suck it up, take the hit, try to do it always on the side from now on, you know? And I think if I would have done that, it wouldn't have showed. It drives me a little crazy. It shows a lot when you sew it in this yarn. And I think Knit Picks DK Gloss too, it shows very obviously when you do it. With the acrylics, it doesn't show at all when you sew it in. But with this one, you did. So that annoyed me a little bit. But it's so soft and comfy to wear. I highly recommend this pattern. Also, I didn't like how, like, this happened when you picked it up. It drove me a little crazy, but there was no way to not get that because that's just what happens. Because it was a bottom-up sweater, and you had to pick up and stitches around here, and then you did a 3-needle bind off over here. But I love this texture. It's so nice. It's just a beautiful, beautiful sweater. Highly recommend it. Now, another thing I finished was, I'm telling you, this is going to be a long episode, people. I finished my den blanket in Lion Brand's cover story. It was 2 skeins. The skeins are, like, massive. It killed my hands, let me tell you. It said use size 11. It was coming out way too tight, so I used a size 13 needle. I had cuts on my finger over here, and I would have to put it down because if I had a cut on it, I just pushed my finger when I knit, it would just kill me. But finally I was like, forget it, I'm just finishing it. It's massive. It's like, look at this. It ended up being a queen size blanket. I did not realize that it was going to be that big. I did want it big. It's just going to be for my couch. So it's kind of funny that it's queen size. It does fit on my bed, which is awesome. And I'm going to knit another 2 of them once my hands heal. I don't know how else to say it. I have it in like a rainbow color for Justin, and then Nikki wanted like a Minecraft color, and then Stefan wants a gray color. So I might end up knitting 3 more, and then I'm done because it kills me. But I'm not going to knit that again until I finish some other blankets. And I'm also doing the Volenvine cow. So she's having this epic, I think it's Volenvine epic make-along. And the hashtag will be down here. So I'm doing as part of that. And this was one of my things. I said anything that's a blanket or needlepoint, I'm entering in that. So I finished my first FO for that. I don't know if she has a thread you have to put it in when you're done or not. I have to look that up. But yeah, that's that. So glad that is done. It was like living on my dining room chair for the longest time. And I kept walking past it like, ugh. And then Sunday, I was like, that's it. I'm finishing it. I'm tired of moving this thing around. The kids touched it, I think, and some of the stitches came off the needle. And I put it back on, and I was knitting. And then I realized there was a problem with it. I think it was a drop stitch. And I fixed it after I knit like that much. And I was able to fix it. And then I finished the whole thing. I'm doing the cast off. And then I noticed there was something wonky going on. And somehow I did an increased stitch somewhere. Again, it might have been when I picked up a stitch. I don't know what the heck happened. So everything I knit that day, which was like literally like that much. It was all day long I was knitting it. I had to rip out and recast on that area. It was 120 something stitches of thick yarn. It was not fun. So then I was like, that's it. This is going to be finished. I'm done. So that next day, Monday, I just knit all day long on it. My fingers were killing me. I was so happy when it was done. And everyone's fighting over that blanket. So at least it's going to be loved. It's worth the pain. But, oh my God, I am so glad I'm done with it. And I got 3 more to knit. Jesus. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do it all. It's bad. So then the next one, I cast this on for, oh God, what did my kids get on this? This is my Hudson Valley blanket. I originally was knitting it as a baby blanket for a cousin. They didn't want to say it was a boy or girl. When I was knitting it, it ended up being, like right now it looks very neutral, which that's what they wanted. But when I knit it in certain lights, it looks very pink and purpley. So like the gray over here is very purpley, and then the tan would look very pink. And it's like, I can't give this to a boy. So I ended up knitting the whole thing in gray. I think in the last episode I showed you the FO of that. I am now knitting this as a blanket for me. So it's a ginormous blanket. This is where it was last time I showed you. But then I had to stop knitting this because I had to cast on another baby blanket. So this one, they're both Canon Cinnamon Twist yarns. This is the colorway Sugar. And this one I think is Bay. Do I have it over here? No, I never wrote that colorway because I just cast this on actually. So I think this one's bay. It's beautiful. I kind of want to knit one for myself now. I'm obsessed with this yarn. I'm telling you, they even have this one that's purple and blues. Oh my God. I would love to knit another one. And I love this pattern. So I have to release this for you guys so you guys can knit it too, because it's addictive. I can't stop knitting these. And if I didn't have so much other stuff, I would probably have this done by now. But yeah, so I have to finish this one soon. So I stopped knitting the one for me again. Second time I stopped knitting that one. And now I'm knitting this. And they're all for the Vine Cal. And I'm hoping I get this done by the end of March. I think she's going to have the baby soon. Not too sure. Unfortunately, this will be done and I will ship it out to her. And it will probably be too warm for her to use it. But she'll have it for next year. And this is actually very big for a baby blanket. So even though the baby's growing, like Justin, he's 6 years old. I put the other baby blanket on him. It worked as a blanket for a 6-year-old too. So it's fabulous. It will grow with them and they have it for years on end. Actually, it kind of fit me almost completely too. Like I like things wider, but lengthwise it was good. So I used 3 skeins of this for the baby blanket version. I am not sure how much to use. That's another reason why I haven't published the pattern yet. Trying to figure out how many skeins to use for the adult blanket. Right now, this is 2. I'm on my second one of this. We will see. So that's that. Then I have also continued to knit on my, what one is this one? I did not write this down, did I? Show notes, I'm telling you. I screwed up. I'm not feeling good. All right, come on, go Ravelry. Here, I'm on Ravelry now. Go! Stupid internet. The internet's not working. Of course not. Why would it be? Who is this one? Oh, there we go. Thank God. This is my Fjolla sweater by Isabella Kramer. That's right. All right. I'm using Knit Picks Andy's Treasures. Is unfortunately in a colorway that they discontinued. They are discontinuing everything mauve. It's driving me crazy. It's this gorgeous, beautiful colorway. It's Cherry Heather in Indies. And I am knitting it with a size US 6 4mm needle. I love this sweater so much. It's so soft. It's all alpaca, but it kind of feels, gives you the mohair thing. So I'm a little nervous this is going to be itchy while I wear it. But right now, I'm just like, I'm fine touching it. But I get very claustrophobic sometimes with mohair and all that. So I'm hoping this is not going to make me claustrophobic or get very overheated. But look at that pretty pattern. Oh my God. I cannot wait to wear this. And then it goes down the sides of the sleeve. I am starting the second sleeve. I have knit the entire first sleeve. Honestly, if I would just sit here and knit on this, it would be done. But what's keeping me from doing that is, again, I have all these stitch markers here. I know how long I knit the sleeve, which always, the first sleeve takes me forever to do. The second sleeve, like that, I keep trying on to try to get the length right. So I know that what the length I need, but I feel like this is a little too decreased because I was told that the arms are very tight. So I did add more stitches. So when I did the rapid decrease, I feel like it's very puffy, the sleeve. So part of me wants to go to where it's like 50 rounds and start decreasing a little bit just so it's not as puffy. I am in debate. So when I knit this one, I think when I get to 50, maybe I'll start decrease and see what the difference between the 2 arms are. Which one I like better, and then I could just rip out whichever arm I end up liking the best. I know it's extra work and everything, but I want this to be perfect. I want to wear this constantly. Also, I'm hoping to lose weight this year, so I don't want anything too big on me. Because I want to wear this, because again, you can't buy this yarn again. It's a beautiful sweater. I want to be able to wear this even though I'm thin. So, hoping I get thin. I've been saying this every year for how long? And I didn't finish the bottom yet because I wasn't sure how much yarn I had left. So I only used 1.5 skeins for the sleeve, which is fabulous. So I have right now 4 skeins left in here. So I can add 2 more to make this a longer sweater. And I think I knit to where she said to knit. But again, I don't like short sweaters. And she's like a skinny Malay. She has like no breasts or anything. So like for her, it's long. She has nothing up here. So for like a person who has breasts, it's very short because, you know, they make it go up more. So I do feel like I need to add more. I've been finding out the length on the, at least with the acrylic yarn, I've been knitting for 13 inches and then I'll do a 2-inch rib. That's what I have been doing with the acrylic yarns. But also I feel like the acrylic yarns have been pulling up. The Stillness Drop, I think I would have, again, it was a bottom up. And I wish I would have knitted maybe another inch. I did take it out. I did with the instructions then. I did take it out and added 2 more inches. I wish I had added 3 more inches to the length. Because it's a little bit thing. But again, when I lose weight, it'll fit me better, I think. But this one, I just wanted to have enough yarn to knit the sleeves. So that's why I'm doing the sleeves first. And then once that's done, I can just keep trying on and see where the length of the sweater goes. But I love this pattern. It's beautiful. And I actually found more patterns with the sleeve detail going down. So I think I'm going to knit more of those. And it is in my Jolie Co. rose gold bag. I think this is going to be my permanent sweater bag. Like, you will always see a sweater in this bag. I love this bag. It's made nice. It's not floppy. There's another bag I bought from her. It's very floppy and drives me crazy. I think it's the Santa Cruz one. This one I love. So I will always have a sweater in that one. Then my last sweater I am knitting on, ooh, that's loud. Yeah, okay. Is another acrylic. It is in my Knit Picks Everyday Tote in metallic pink. I am knitting it with Big Twist acrylic, the Value one in light rose. So that's a thing. This is actually not a size 10 needle, but still it's pretty good. It is, where are you? Did I not write that on there either? How did I not write this stuff? Oh my gosh. It is Lover Not Worsted by Twin Stitch Designs. I fell in love with this sweater. She was saying testers. I did not get picked as a tester, which is probably better because I didn't like the sleeves the way people, I don't do the decrease sleeves. I usually do a rapid decrease. It's probably I don't ever test knit sweaters because I keep fiddling with sleeves. And there is a mistake in the pattern for my size. There's like the stitch count is different. So I told her about it. I don't know if she fixed it or not, but I think this is a size 4 I'm knitting. And then I didn't like how, because I think the way each size, she was just doing random where you start the sleeves. This design was more over here. So I was fiddling with it to get them exactly on the sleeves. I think they're only 1 stitch off on each side to fix it. But what happened was I did the gauge. The gauge was fine. It was a size 8. I was originally knitting it in a 5mm. Okay. So I did the whole yoke in that. Then when I started doing the stockinette, it felt super, super tight. Like crazy tight, which I don't know why it would feel like that. And it wouldn't feel like that up here. I mean, it is a little, I guess maybe I didn't notice it because of the cabling and the lace. I don't know. So what I did was I went up to a US 9 and I'm knitting the body in a US 9 now. I'm doing the same exact stitch count. I think I might have just added a couple of stitches over here because again, arms, my arms are big. So I always try to add on more stitches than they say in the patterns. I don't want tight arms. And I am going to do a rapid decrease at the end. But so far I am loving this. It's going to be so pretty. It fits me fine. The only thing I'm a little worried about because I changed needles is that this looks tight and then this is all, but again, this is where the stockinette started and this is all lace. So I don't know if it's just in my head I see a difference or if you can actually see a difference. Hopefully when you block it out, you won't see a difference. It will be less wrinkly also, less like over here where you see the pattern over here. Hopefully it will be less pronounced because I know in the pictures you don't see that. So hopefully it's just because it's not blocked. That's what it looks like. And I would also like to show you, I am using this from Twice Sheer Sheep. Again, I am affiliate, link down below. they have cable locks. Let me tell you, these things are a lifesaver. I keep trying sweaters on and off constantly because of my arms problem. So when I do this, sometimes the cord over here unhooks and I could lose stitches. I have lost stitches before. So this keeps it from doing that, and I love that. And I think I also have it on my other, yeah, I do have it on this sweater for the bottom, so I can keep trying it on. It helps so much, and you don't have to worry about it falling off the cord anymore. Highly recommend getting these cord locks. They're awesome. They also are good for, you know, when you're knitting and you have to just keep sliding the stitches. Well, they put that at the end. It goes over the knitting needle. That's why they have different sizes of it. I think this is the medium one, but I actually purchased some smaller ones because I don't care about that. But if you like that, you don't want to keep pushing your stitches, you could put it over the needle and just pull this down like that, and then you don't have to push the stitches anymore, which is a great idea. For me, it doesn't bother me like that. I'm using it for this, which lifesaver. I'm not kidding. And they have like crazy stuff over there that I would never have thought of using one of these for this. So it's great. And they also come cute colors, which I love. So I highly recommend this. And also this is a cute little stitch marker from them too. Cute little lamb with a heart for Valentine's Day. This whole project is Valentine's Day. And I'm using Knit Picks Prism needles to knit this. So loving this pattern. Cannot wait to wear it. I am almost done with the body. Again, I'm knitting the body till 13. I don't know what she said to knit it for, but I'm doing it for 13 inches, then do a 2-inch rib. And then I will do the sleeves and just do a rapid decrease. That's what the end of this one's going to be. This will definitely be done very soon. I've been sitting around knitting that a lot recently. Did I lose this? Oh, there's a skein. Okay. So that is that one. I'm telling you, I have so much to show you. I finished my Weekender hat by Petite Knits. I'm not really a fan of her things. She just does stockinette, and it feels like the same thing she's releasing over and over and over again. Everyone goes crazy for it. I don't get it. Other people do stockinette patterns. But my friend wanted to knit this with me last year. I was like, okay, I'll knit it. So I started knitting it with her, and I ran out of yarn. And again, I did not have money because my husband was out of work for 6 months, and we had plumbing issues. So I did not have the money to do a Knit Picks order until recently. And I finally got the yarn to finish it. It was just sad. It was just sitting there lonely in the project bag over in the corner. I literally only had to knit like that much left. It was just really pathetic. But I ordered it. It's in the Morning Glory DK Knit Picks City Tweed. I love this yarn so much that I plan on knitting a bibliograph. I think it's from Alicia Plummer again. Her sweater. I will probably have that once I finish these two sweaters. I will be casting that on because I did buy a sweater quantity of this yarn. I love it. And then my husband liked this hat so much. He wanted one. And luckily I did buy 3 skeins of Orca, which is like a dark gray. Unfortunately, I do not have the hat to show you because he took it. So hopefully next episode, I will be able to keep it here. I don't know why he wore it today because it's very hot out. So it's a little odd because this is because you fold it over 3 times the brim. And it was funny when he saw me knitting this, he was like, what the hell's that? And I said, this is your hat. That's not a hat. Like, what are you doing? I said, no, trust me, it's a hat. And then you just keep folding it over. And then you get the hat. So he has been wearing it every day. He loves it. So I will say that for Petite Knits, that the hat they like. So I was excited because my husband never asked me for anything. I was very happy I knit that. Then I have knit. I wanted to see what the big deal about this was. So this is Bev's Turn On Itself Potholder. This Crazy Sockly is knitting a lot of this, and I wanted to see what the big deal was. So I knit 2 of them. These are on Lily Sugar and Creams. This is Rose Garden. And which one is this one? I actually knit 3 of them because I'm going to show you what... Oh, this is Moon Dance. I'm going to show you what it looks like in progress because when I was knitting, I'm like, am I doing this right? Crocheting. Am I doing this right? Is this what it's supposed to look like? It's It's one of those patterns that are written and it's like you got to trust it because you're reading, you're like, what? Trust the process. You're doing the right thing in it. But this is one skein of, this is how much I have left. I just wanted to show you how much was left over from the skein. Did I sew this one in? Yeah, this is, so it does exactly one skein. I would not use Knit Picks yarn to knit this or any other because I feel like they're too thin. I am knitting one in Knit Picks. I'm using as a trivet, not a potholder. But Lillian Cream is the way to go with these because it makes it much thicker. Or maybe I just have to go down a crochet needle or crochet hook to knit. To crochet. I haven't crocheted in so long. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So this is the, let me show you in stages. Because I did it, I said, let me do this in stages for you guys. So you guys can trust the process. So this is the Black Currant Way from Lillian Cream. I am using a 4.5 millimeter hook. I think it's a G hook. Yes, G hook. So I'm using that. It's just some no-name one. I basically bought these off of Amazon because, well, they're purple, my favorite color. And they also, my tulip ones are so expensive that I didn't want to lose it. So when I knit pot holders or dish towels, when I do the top rim, I have this, and if I lose it, who cares? Because it's a cheap thing. Where if I lost a tulip one, I'd be pissed. So that's why I said. So this is the beginning of one. I'm on like row 3. This is what it will look like when you first start. You're not crazy. This is what it looks like. Okay? And then eventually it just goes like this. Again, trust the process. This is now the Knit Picks one on the Kenai, Kiani. I never know how to say this. It's my favorite green from them. I knit 2 sweaters in this color green, not in this yarn, but they have different bases with the same colors. I love this color. So this is almost finished. So this is what it's going to look like. You're not crazy. Then that's how it turns into a square. So I am almost done, and then you just go till it closes, and then you whip stitch it. But that is what it looks like. So when you're seeing it like this, you're not crazy. It will turn into this. Okay. So I just wanted to clear this up for some people, because when I was doing it, I was like, what? This is not what, like, no. Trust the process. So that is that one. Okay. Another thing I want to show you is from the Crazy Sock Lady. I told you I'm going through pattern. She's another designer I buy all the patterns from. Barely knit anything. So I need to knit a lot of gloves because it's freezing. The Spruce Mitts from Crazy Sock Lady. I love them. Can't wait to wear them. I am using Knit Picks. I want to say this is Hawthorne yarn. And the Serpent colorway. I want to say that. Wait. I know where it is. This yarn I have used in so many things. Yeah, that is in the Hawthorne thing. That's Hawthorne hand dyed in Serpent. I have used up every single last bit of this yarn. I originally used it in a pair of Candy Cane Lane socks for my son for the heel, toes, and cuff. I am knitting it now for myself, the Candy Cane Lane by Autumn Poppy Designs. I'll show you in a minute. For heel, toes, and cuff. I knit the Spruce Mitts. I think I knit them. Oh, my Naughty and Nice pattern. I use this for heels, toes, and cuff. I think I did to the toe. Might have just been heel and cuff. I don't know what I did. No, yeah, it was just heel and cuff. Oh, no, wait. It was just the heel. I put that in there. I had a red for the cuff in that one. So I have used every last scrap in this. And now I will show you. I didn't show you that actually. Oh my God. Duh. I did not show you the FO of my naughty and nice. I'm segueing. Because there's 4 projects with this yarn. Because I'm crazy. It's another one I am using every last bit of this yarn. But I had to put a stop to it. Because the green when it's in the mitts that I'm designing, I did not like it. I wanted to get another darker green for it. So these are the Naughty Nice socks I designed. I released them around Christmas. And so the cables, you're naughty because you cross your fingers when you're naughty. And then lace is nice because lace is gorgeous. So that's the nice side. So you got naughty and nice. So this is the first sock. And this is the second sock. The only reason why this is not sewn in the ends, I have worn it with the ends like this, but over here it ended up being low red. I was able to fudge it on this one to be all green. So I kind of want it all green. So what I'm doing is, I'm not going to sew in I'm probably not going to wear them again till next Christmas. I was designing a pair of mitts, which I have finished a pair of mitts in a different yarn. I wanted to have this as a Christmas mitt. I started knitting it. And first of all, as I said, I need this yarn to finish a sock. So I am going to rip this whole thing out. Because again, the green was bothering me on the mitt. For some reason on the sock, it didn't bother me. On the mitt, it was. So this is just a... I forgot what I was calling this. I think it's a bit of lace. I was going to call it. You know, I'm crazier today. I don't know. Oh, a touch of lace. That's what, a touch of lace mitt. So this is what this is going to be. This is what it was. I can now rip it out. I'm going to hold this for next year till I find the perfect green to knit this. Plus, this is much thicker than this yarn. This is from Jinx Yarns. And I didn't like that it was so much thicker on the 2 cuffs. It was going to drive me crazy. Plus, on the finger it would be on. So I want to find a merino that is in a dark green like that and put it together. So now I'm going to rip this out. And then I can use this for the cuff of my next sock, which is in my Christmas bag that I designed, that I knit. Again, this is the Candy Cane Lane socks from Autumn Poppy Designs. I am knitting these for myself. And I am using Stroll hand painted in the Sangria colorway. And then for the Hawthorn, it's the Serpent color. So this is what I had. And what's really cool about this, I think it's hard to see in this colorway, but it's so pretty. That's why I keep knitting it in this. Is little candy canes are going all the way up here. And again, I think this is Circus Tonic. Stitch Mark, I don't know. They don't make them anymore, so. But it's so, so pretty. And I couldn't start the second sock because I wanted to show you what the mitt looked like. Now I can start the second. I'm going to rip that out, use that for the cuff, and knit that. So I'm very excited about getting that done. And all my socks are knit on a US 1 2.25 millimeter. So now I can finally finish that. So this will be done next time I show you. And then this is a finished pair of my Touch of Lace mitts. I am using Wool & Vine Yarns Thaw. And I used US 1 2.25 millimeter again to knit this. So it's a little bit of touch of lace on everything. And it's just easy stockinette. It knits up so crazy fast. I love this so much. And in fact, I do want to see, in my head, again, I want to see what the big deal about the no frills sweater is. I want to compare it to another raglan sweater. So I'm going to knit someone else's raglan sweater. And then I'm going to knit no frills. And this is the color I would like to knit the no frills. This is in the Thaw from Wool & Vine Yarns. This is on her footsie base. But I think I'll get it in Wolkie and maybe Nouveau. I think I want to put it together. I don't really think I could deal with mohair. I don't know if I would wear it constantly if I had mohair, but put those two together and knit that, and no frills, and see what the big deal is. Because everyone's obsessed with it. I don't get it. It's just a stockinette raglan. So I want to see what the difference is between someone else's design and that. So this is my Touch of Lace mitts. It's very simple, very easy, but then you get a little bit of lace, which I love. I can't wait to start wearing these now. So I got that one. And then I am also knitting for my son because he keeps losing all his mitts, which is crazy. And a Scooby-Doo bag, because my sons love Scooby-Doo, that I sewed years ago. I'm finding a lot of bags I used to make. Really excited I'm using them again. I just made a simple, I designed simple mitt. I don't know if I would release this because it's, again, if I did, it'd be really, really cheap pattern. I just have the information on how to knit a simple mitt for kid size, adult size, men's size, adult women, men's size, DK, and fingerling. I would put it all together because, again, this is such a simple thing. You know, it might even be a free pattern. I don't know. But again, I'm doing a lot of work putting all this information into it. So maybe I would do like really cheap, like $3 for the pattern. But this is Justin's because he keeps losing everything and it's driving me crazy. So I figure, what if I made it in a bright orange? It's like a reddish orange. Maybe he will not lose as opposed to the black ones he keeps losing. Because my husband bought, seriously, a pack. I think it was like 12 mitts in it. So it was 6 pairs of mitts. And he keeps losing them. And they're all black. And so at least you could... He lost the whole set practically. It's aggro. And then he bought another thing that had a black mitt again. But it was different than those. Lost them. So I'm hoping he does not lose this. It's bright orange. Orange red. You could see this. There's no reason to knit. And again, it takes me 1 day to knit a mitt. I've had squirrel knitting going on. I'm constantly getting distracted. So this would have been done. So I'm going to probably finish this the next couple of days. So I'm just going to have that. It's in Stroll Tweed in the colorway. There it is. Oh, my head. That hurt. No, that's sangria. That goes with that one. I don't even know what colorway this is. Oh, wait, you know what? I just bought it, so it's probably in here. The other one. Oh, here it is. Stroll Tweed and Firecracker Heather. It's made for Justin. Firecracker. He's a firecracker, let me tell you. So, I just have to finish this. And it's a little, I don't know where this came from. It's Mickey Mouse. Maybe Molly Klein Designs. I don't know. But I'm using that as his little things. They love Mickey Mouse. And it's Knitter's Pride in the Mindful Collection, US 1, 2.25 millimeter. I cast on for him 48 stitches, I think, to knit this. And I just keep trying on. By the way, trying it on him has been a nightmare. He does not want to try anything on. It's been insane trying to get him to do it. But I got it perfect. I think I might, though, his thumb, I think I could have added 2 more rows. So I might take it apart and do that. I did that with the thing, the top when I closed. I felt like it needed to be a little bit taller. So I might end up doing that with the thumb, too. That's why there's such a long string here and it's not sewn in. And then I'm going to knit a pair for Nikki. Poor Nikki, he's getting jealous lately. But it's fine because he never wears anything knit. Justin will wear everything. Except for the hats. Nikki does wear the hats. So I'm going to... And they asked me for socks too, which again, I'm going to show you a whole bunch of knit pick stuff with the socks. So that one is in progress. I have 2 more things to show you. No, 3 more. No, that's what that goes with that. So 2 more things, I think. And I am done with what I am knitting. I know, it's been crazy. So, these are my Advent socks from the Cozy Knitter. And it is, I have now lost, oh, there you are. Hello. From the Cozy Knitter from 2022. I bought this. I did not knit it. I don't know why. I just was just like, I don't feel like doing it. So, in this year, I loved the Naughty and Nice pattern so much. I decided to knit on this. So it's the 2002 colorway of the Cozy Knitter. I just used some plain bare yarn. I think it's from All In Yarns I had left over from my It's All Greek to Me shawl. I used that for heels, tails, and cuff. And here's the other one. I was pretty good with this, doing each stripe every day. I have to say that. That was the only Advent pattern I did knit this year. I just didn't have the brain space to knit anything because of being so sick. So that one I was pretty good until it got to like, say day 19. And then I was like, I'm not doing it. And then I just did the whole thing. I was like, I'm done. Now my last project I'm going to show you, I think it's my last one, is another part of the Helen Stewart thing. My goal for the Helen Stewart patterns is I want to finish Shawl Society 1 and 2. 2, I actually only have one pattern left in that one. I didn't most of that one. I think I had 3 in the Shawl Society 1 to do. I would love to do all of 3 as well. And I would like to do Sock Society 1 and 2. I've never knit any of the socks. So this is one of the sock patterns for Sock Society 1. It's the Hazelnut Sock. Again, it's US 1, 2.25 millimeter. I am using Artistic Lily in, do I have it written down? Oh, now I find the Lover's Knot information. This stupid thing is so broken. Hazelnut, it's Artistic Lily, Gotta Have Socks. Oh my gourd, I love fall sock set. I was probably saving this for fall, but when I saw Hazelnut, I was like, that is just like the perfect colorway. I was a little nervous about the pattern not showing, but it does. And also, I was in shock how fast I knit this up because it's cables and I'm not a cable person, but I loved it. And it's just, look how pretty that is. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It's so pretty. I love the sock. And then we ran into a problem with the second one. I don't know what happened. I knit the heel in it. I got the heel. And then I realized the front of the sock had 30 stitches. I usually have 28 on the front. Why do I have 30 stitches? I counted the cuff. I'm going to try again looking at it. I had the right number in the cuff. How did I get to 30? 2 extra stitches on the sock. So I thought maybe I picked up something accidentally. So I took out the heel, but then I counted, it's still 2 extra stitches. Where did it come from? So then I was like, okay, I'm going to do a decrease here and a decrease there. But now I'm a little worried. I don't know, would 2 stitches make a big deal on a sock? Would it be the leg be too big on 2 stitches difference? Or am I just being OCD like I usually am? And just leave it like it is. Finish the sock. Again, it's cables. I hate cables. I don't know what to do. So it is in timeout right now, which sucks because I loved it. I just wanted to finish it. Now I'm mad at it. I don't know what to do. I don't. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. All that work for nothing. I mean, it's only 3 repeats, you know? Well, it was 4 because originally I had some of the heel done too. And I'm like, shoot. But do I really want to rip it all out because of 2 friggin' stitches? And it doesn't look like I decreased too, like, you don't see it to me when I did the decrease over there. So, I don't know. I'm in debate. I have a feeling with my OCD, I'm going to end up ripping the whole bloody thing out. Again, it does not take me long to knit this for some odd reason. Oh, it's on Signature Needle Arts. And it is in my Ginger Snap That Gilmore Girls bag. So it's Luke's Cafe, and the back is like donuts, which is so cute. But I don't know what to do. I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But that is it for my knitting. Now I'm going to show you acquisitions. So I did make an order to Sweet Tea Yarn. She was having a sale. I did get this gorgeous colorway. It's called Lavender Peach. I don't know what I want to do with it. I kind of want to make it into I would love maybe a sweater quantity of this one day. It's so pretty. It's like it just makes me happy to look at this. I'm just going to sit there and just look at it because it's so pretty. So I love that. Then for the twice sheared sheep, they sent me, again, the cable locks, this cute little notions tin. So I have that empty right now. I might move all this stuff in there. I have it like in a mince tin right now because I want to show you the bags. I had that cute little lamb Valentine's Day progress keep, and then I got this cute little shooting star. This is really cool. This is a, so when you count rows, see how you have the needle? You can put the needle through there and it can tell you what row you're on. So it's a row counter. There's a little dragonfly on there. I'll tell you, they think of so many crazy things that help knitters. It's amazing over there. And this was the cable locks. I have one left I'm not using. Then this, as you know, if you've seen, I think that they were Heidi and Lana, my other stitch markers, but they have pearl stitch markers too, which I love. They actually have a whole set of them. I wish you could just buy that and not buy more of the row counters. It's like a whole big thing. And I just want these. So maybe one day they'll just come out with just the whole set of these in every size. But they also have them in size. So they have them like extra large, medium, and then small needles, like your socks. So you can get them in different sizes. And they have in two, like you could use that as crochet. They have Harmony clips and Infinity. These are the Infinity ones that are closed. Harmony you can hook on. So, and it has a little lamb on there. I also love the pearls. I just love pearls. And then I got this one, which is for increases. So we want to do an increase. You put this. It says a llama and then a sheep. So decrease and increase, which is super cute. So that's what they sent me, and I did another order of a whole bunch of things. They have a sock ruler on there, which I thought was very unique. It's a bracelet, which I've seen other people with the bracelet, but what's really cool about this, especially if you have kids, you know, you don't know how, you don't go measuring the kid's foot to figure out where you're supposed to knit to. They actually have the shoe sizes of little kids, and adults on that sock ruler, so you can figure out where to do it. So I'm going to be knitting socks for the kids, so I did buy the sock ruler, even though I have quite a few of them, but I like that it told you what size. There's no thinking involved. So I'm really excited about knitting that for Nikki and Justin. And that is what I got there. So again, affiliate link down below. Please buy from me. All right, and you will not be disappointed with their stuff. They also have these really cool surprise boxes where it has all this bunch of stuff and yarn mixed in. Oh, and my Cozy Mystery Club mug that I designed. She has all the swag you could get, and you can make things fit. I just wish she was a little bit more on this side, but it was hard to do on this type of cup because I love this shape of cup. And then my lipstick's all over here, but it's such a cute little design. But so I got this cup, and I'm using the Wellness Blend tea. I have been drinking so much ginger. I don't like ginger tea. I've been drinking so much trying to get better. It's insane. So that's that. Now my Knit Picks haul. I was naughty. I was very, very, very naughty. Oh, and also my friend Katie is having a sale on her bags right now. So go to her Etsy shop because Etsy closed her shop down. They wanted some information. She gave them the information. And they kept saying, no, you didn't give us the information. But she did. So she actually was in the process of opening a new website that's going to be just hers, which I highly promote because Etsy, that's why I don't sell my stuff on Etsy anymore. They drive you crazy. For me, they were saying, people would call me, it's not letting me download the pattern I purchased from you. And then I called Etsy, like, why is it not? I'm like, oh, it's their fault. It's not us. You have it downloaded properly. And I just looked at them like, then how is it every single customer's problem? It's you guys messed up, not them. So she is, thank God, going to a real website. So it's Katie Did Bags, link down below. She's having a sale right now. Go check out her bags. And she's going to be having a new website, and her bags are fabulous. I cannot wait to show you some of them. I usually use, actually I have some projects over there with them. I just don't have any right now. I'm just using up these things. I'm doing mostly sweaters lately. But yeah, her bags are amazing. So go check them out. And then I'm also doing a Cal with fiber bound. And the socks are going to go part of that. So the Fiber Bound podcast, if you haven't watched that, go check it out. It's awesome. And I want to get the exact Cal. The Cal is Use Your Sock Yarn MCal 2024. So she's having a cow. You can knit anything you want with sock yarn. So basically it has to have nylon in it. That's her definition. I mean, she's really easy with this cow. You can do anything you want. And she's using a Google form. So you put your FOs in a Google form. She's trying to figure out how to do that right now. But it's awesome. And I can't wait to do that, because I probably will be adding some shawls in there, because you know me. I got knit shawls. And I definitely have already, I'm going to have this sock go in there. And I think I don't think she's using whips. I think you had to start them this year. So this one was started this year. So I already have one thing going in there. I'm excited. And now let me show you my knit picks. My knit picks thing. I have a box. I was very bad, but again, I've been saving for a year to get this. So I treated myself. There. Sorry. So I bought Stroll Tweed. They had a new colorway. Forage Heather. This pretty blue. They have a light blue that I already knit. The Bridgerton socks I designed in that. Look how pretty that blue is. And again, the Firecracker for Justin. Then this pretty, oh no, I've had this one before. It's like a reddish purple. It's called Barn Door Heather. Again, everything is like very muted. I don't know why everything's so muted in here. This is the new colorway they came out with. It's beautiful dark purple Duchess Heather. Look at that. They have another purple there too I love. Then I got two skeins of all these. Then Flagstone Heather I got for Nikki's Mitts. Then I think that's it for the Stroll Tweed. Then I got this. I've never knit this before. So I'm excited to try this out. It's Felicini. So it's like the Felici, but same yarn, but instead of having those thick stripes, which I'm not crazy about, it's smaller. It's like 2 stripes. So it's cool. So I got the Bowling Alley colorway. The Nessie colorway. This one I love. Lemon Bar. I love that one. That one's going to be for me. Sunny Day Game. And this one's for me too. Concession Stand. The only thing I did that was very stupid, I did not buy any yarn for heels, toes, and cuffs. Because I don't like using the stripes for the toes and the heels and all that. Because then it messes up the stripes. Drives me crazy. So I don't know if I might have to make another order for Stroll, regular Stroll. Because I think it's the same yarn as Stroll. It's very soft. It's just, so beautiful. Like the Stroll Tweed on your feet. Oh my God. It's so warm. And it's so soft. It's just wonderful yarn. I love knitting socks in that. Those are the socks I seem to go through the most. You know, 'cause I just love putting them on. But I think I need to get some. Maybe well, with the kids, maybe I'll just knit it and see how it looks. Because they don't care. And they're, you know, boys, they got sweaty, stinky feet. They're going to ruin it anyways, probably. So I don't know why I'm bothering. I got issues with kids and socks. But they want socks, and I'm going to knit them socks. And I think I have enough. Now, these come actually as 437 yards. So I might even get set mitts and socks out of this. Because out of the Stroll, the one skeins, with the Felici, I'm able to get a whole set of socks out of one skein for the kids. So I might be able to get mitt and socks out of this, which would be cool. So I got that. I can finally put this stuff away. I'm very excited. Then, of course, I had to buy Dishy because I'm running out of Dishy. So I got my favorite one. This is usually what I do for teacher gifts, is the Herb Garden. They were out a Cup and Sauce, which is the beautiful blue I usually do for teacher gifts too. Then I got Sunshine Multi. Friendship Bracelet, which I love. Oh, now, there we go. Now we can find out what the pink one is. I love this color too. This pink one is called Dream House. That's what I knit the dishcloths out of. And it's kind of funny because I thought I was out and I just had that one left. And I actually found another skein in my sugars and cream bin of Dishy. And I was like, what the heck is this? And I thought it was sugar and cream, and I realized it was Dishy. So after I bought this, I'm like, okay, now I got 3 skeins of this. So you're going to be seeing a lot of this colorway. And, oh, and then I got 2 more. Flower Girl. All right, is that Flower Girl? which, by the way, Flower Girl, Herb Garden, and I think it's called Pebble, which is all grays, make a great present because it's a great like fade going on. And then I got Aquamarine. That's what I got for the Dishy. Then they had a sale, which I was running out because I only had little bottles when Crazy Sock Lady had her shop. So I only had little bottles of this. This is like the best stuff to wash your knits in. Sweet Sparrow yarns. I remember when I bought some yarn from her recently, I said, are you using different bases? It's so soft. She's like, no, I'm using this now. This makes your knits so soft. So I got in the Eucalyptus, I got the grapefruit. I never had this one before. It smells really good. I'm glad I bought it. And then I have this one in the small bottle. I use this all the time, the Jasmine. That's my favorite. And then I bought Lavender. So these are usually like $17, $18. They were on sale for $11. So I stocked up. I don't have to buy any wool wash for a very long time. And then I got, as I said, the Orca, which I made my husband. This is what I got left from making a man-size weekender hat. His was the second biggest. No, his was the biggest size. My hat was the second biggest size. So this is how much I had left. It's just sad because, like, let me show you. This was what I had left from mine. I did not use that much of it. It's just sad. It was sitting there for a year, for like that little bit, to finish the hat. It was just beyond belief. But then I bought 10, 14, I bought 16 skeins of this to make a sweater. As I said, it's going to be my Bibliograph sweater. Bibliograph 2 sweater. So, I can't wait to start knitting that. Once I finish these 2 sweaters, that's what's getting knit. And that's all I ordered. Oh, and I also ordered, I wanted to try, I thought this was going to be a lot bigger. I was very disappointed when I saw how big it was. The Buttered Ham Cream. It does smell like something. It's very soft. Kind of smells like coconut oil. I thought it was going to be unscented because what I do at nighttime, I use Revive oils. And I'm also affiliate to that. So if you want anything for Revive oils, use my affiliate link. But I usually put frankincense oil with their lotion. But their lotion is hard to find. They keep selling out and they don't get restocked for some odd reason. So I was like, let me mix it with this. Unfortunately, it already has a scent. But I guess it would smell good with the frankincense oil still. It's very thin though. Like it's watery kind of thin. Where the other one's more like a buddy cream. It is soft. It smells like coconut. I don't know if coconut oil on this. Oh yeah, there is coconut oil, shea butter, extra virgin olive oil, vitamin E, and a whole bunch of, evening primrose oil. What the heck is that? Fragrance, but it always smells coconut oil. Water, and then some kind of chemicals. The chemicals are first, so it's probably mostly chemicals as opposed to shea butter and coconut oil and all that. So, but try it out. See how it goes. If not, maybe I'll see if I can find non-scented lotion in the drugstore to mix with it. I don't know. Also, I have been living on the Breathe Air oil. I went through 30 milliliters in the last month and a half, I would say. And I have to order more of that because it's the only thing that's helping me breathe right now. I'm telling you, that thing works so well. Even my husband, who does not believe in oils, he's always begging me to put that in the, whatever it is you put it in. What do I have? I got a humidifier for him. Actually, you could put oils in that they sell. And that one's really quick. You just put the little bottle in it and you just press the button and it just does. You don't have to every night put more water or anything in it. It has a big tank and it just does it for you. So I got that for him. But for his asthma, him and the kids, they use that constantly. But he doesn't believe in it, but it's funny. He keeps asking me to put that oil on. So Breathe Air is amazing. Highly recommend it. And the frankincense oil helps with the pain in your hands. So I have been using those a lot. All right. So that is it for the knitting content. Thank you for everyone that is here for knitting. And now I would talk to you about Cozy Mysteries. So again, I have not read anything because I have been sick until this week. I have tried to read a few books. So in November, I was trying to read this. This is actually a knitting book. It's Knit or Die Trying by Allie Pleiter. This is a really, really super cute series. She has a yarn shop, and she, her mom is becoming forgetful, and she's always interfering and everything. Her ex-boyfriend is the mayor of the town, and he has, from a previous marriage, a daughter that's a teenager that's having a lot of trouble fitting in. So she gets her involved in knitting. So she's teaching her to knit. But I feel horrible for the store owner, because every time she has an event, someone gets killed. So the last book, she had her first event. It was a big thing. And I wish to God those knitting needles were real that the woman was selling. She was like a knit designer like Helen Stewart, but she sold needles as well. And they sounded so beautiful. And she actually, I think, knits, because a lot of her facts are correct. And I have actually learned a lot about different types. Like this one was a lot about dyeing on cotton, because the woman who was running the event did not believe in wool or hurting the sheep and everything. She says you hurt the sheep when you shear them and everything, which you don't. But she was really anti-shearing and everything, so she did cotton yarn. And I learned a lot about dyeing process of cotton yarn, which I thought was interesting. It's much harder to dye on that and get a good color than it is on merino wool, apparently. So she was telling us all these facts and everything, and the woman was killed, so they thought it was sheep farmers trying to get their revenge on her. And so they were doing all this sleuthing and everything, but you found out a lot of facts about knitting from this. So I think she really is a knitter, or she does do research on it, because I've read a few books that, like one of them, it was just weird. Like she had a harness for knitting, and it was just, that was a weird book. I did not recommend that series. But this is what is this called? Riverbank Knitting Mysteries. Highly recommend them. They're very good, and it's very entertaining. So my other book, I started reading this in December, just finished it this week. It's A Nutcracker Nightmare from Christina Romeril. It is the Killer Chocolate Mysteries. The first book in the series I loved. This one I was not that crazy about, because they're having a class reunion. First of all, they're having it, and it's at Christmas, which is a little odd to be having a class reunion around the holidays. And then it just had so many new people brought in for the class reunion that they didn't even know. The people that own the chocolate store, which is really cool. It's a chocolate store that they have chocolates named after poisons, and then they have a mystery bookstore that in the same store. So it's two stores in one. And I thought that was really cool. They have all the mystery poisons in there. But so they're getting ready for a chocolate festival. It's like, it was a lot going on in it. I couldn't get into this book, which I also, being sick, I was just like, okay. But the first one I loved, you know, and that had like the people of the town in it more, and they all came in. But these two shop owners, they just moved to this town a couple of years ago. So they don't know the people at the reunion. And then you got in about like 10 new characters that aren't going to be in it for the rest of the series. So you're getting invested in these characters, and you're like, well, they're going to be gone soon. And it was a lot of them. I think it was more than 10, actually. And I just didn't feel it as much as the first one. I was very disappointed in it. I would read a third one in the series. Again, I liked the actual characters in the town. And I love that store, and they're German. And what I think is really interesting is my family. I'm always saying I'm Italian, which I am Italian. I'm half Italian. I'm a quarter German and an eighth Austrian and an eighth Danish. So my father's side is German and Italian. And I don't know anything about that side. So it's interesting because they're really into their German roots in this. I was learning a lot about German, not, I guess, culture, but then it was also like how they bake for the holidays and the traditions and everything, which I don't have because I never really knew about the German side. So it was interesting for me because I was getting to learn about my heritage, you know, through this as opposed to knowing it. Like, I know about my Italian side. So I liked that a lot about the book. Now, the other book I read, which is what got me back into reading, I have read her book as my first book of every year for the last 3 years. It's from Ellie Alexandra, Fudge and Jury. I love the Bake Shop Mysteries. They are awesome. This one was really cool because they were at a chocolate festival. And so they own this this pastry shop, which, by the way, I wish to God this was by me. Because every time I go to a pastry shop, it's always the same stuff over. You got cannolis, you got eclairs, you know, you got a cake. There's nothing special at the bake shops where I live, which is weird because I live right near New York City. So you think I would have something going. It's very blah or ordinary stuff going on around here. So when I read these, I find like, oh, I love this. Oh, this pastry. Oh, look, they have this one. They have this one. And it's very interesting to me. Actually, no, wait. We did have open up recently a French baguette place. And they have so many different things that we don't have normally in bakeries. So that did open up. Unfortunately, you can't sit there and eat it. It's very claustrophobic in the space they have. But it's really, really good food. Highly recommend the Parisian baguette, I think it is. But yeah, so like you read this and you're like, oh, I'm so interested in all this. And they have soups and sandwiches and all this stuff. And they're renovating their kitchen in this book. So they closed the kitchen. They're also doing the chocolate festival while they're renovating the kitchen. So there's a lot going on, but it was the same cast of characters mostly, except for the people at the chocolate festival. So it wasn't as like, who are these people? What's going on? Because you still have the core characters in this book. So I did enjoy that. I love the guy that is the head director of the Shakespearean Society, because basically the town is a Shakespearean town. So they keep it old English. Like when you go down the town, it's all like old English looking buildings and everything. And they have one person, I think in the last book, she was like fighting. She didn't want a chain in there. It had to be like all home-owned stores and everything. So I really like that part of the story. And so he runs the Shakespeare Company. So they're known for Shakespeare. And then from the spring to the fall, they're always doing Shakespeare plays. So he's hysterical. And he ended up becoming best friends with the girl at the bakery who used to work on a ship. So she left the ship and she went home to help her mom run tour. And she's also going through a divorce, but not going through a divorce. She loves her husband, but she's like, he lied to her about stuff, and he's like very charismatic. You know, he's always saying, me, you know, like stuff like that. I didn't like him, honestly. He annoyed the crap out of me when he was in the last couple of books. But so he went back on the ship right now, and then she's trying to decide if she wants to be with her old boyfriend, or she wants to stay married. So that was going on. I like the old boyfriend personally. And he's also the deputy. And then the head sheriff in it likes to quote Shakespeare, which I love. So that it's just a really fun, eccentric town. Kind of like, they're not as eccentric as Gilmore Girls, Stars Hollow, but it's kind of like that. I just love it. And it's really, they talk about the food, but it's not like, you know, in the Joanne Fuchs, it's like you get all information of the food and you're like, oh my God, you know, I got the recipe and then you got the information of the food and then they made it. And then every time someone comes in, she goes back to do the rest. It's not like that. Her writing is really spot on. It's very interesting. Against Ellie Alexandra. I love her books and it helped get me want to read again. So I got really excited about doing that. And I have been more interested in reading right now, which again, in the last 2 months, I have not been interested in. So I've read that one and I finished the other 2 books. So I was very happy about that. So, yeah, that's all I got. I'm sorry about that. That's all the cozy mystery content. You know, after 2 months, you'd think I would have had more. But again, I have been sick and having migraines. In fact, I had a migraine when I was finishing the Nutcracker book. I was very upset about that because I was like, I can't read anymore. And this month's book for the cozy mystery is going to be Pride and Poison by Elizabeth Blake. I just started reading it. I can't tell you anything about it yet. But I have already really liked it. I've read about like the first 20 pages so far. They're saying quotes from Jane Austen in it. It seems like a little crazy town in England. So far I am enjoying it. And the second book right now is $3 on Nook. So I bought that one. This book is like $13. So I got that one from the library. And I also had the second one from the library, but I'm returning it because I was able to buy it because I said, so far I really like this series. I probably would when this goes on sale, I'll probably buy this one. If I was debating on buying it or not, but again, money's tight right now. And I was just like, you know, I got it for free. Eventually, one day I'll buy it, so I have the whole set. But I am interested in it, and I like how the title is Pride and Prejudice and Poison. And I think the other one was a Sense and Sensibility title. So I love that. There was one other Jane Austen cozy mystery I used to like. That's one of the first ones I used to read. They only had 6 in there, but they had, again, she only had 6 novels, so each one was based on a novel, I think. It was great. So I love when you put Jane Austen and cozy mysteries together. So I'm excited about telling you about that one next time. And I have a lot from Kensington I've got to catch up on. The headaches from coughing so much has been such a nightmare. So I have so much reading. Net Gallery, I have a lot too. I got a lot to do. I feel a little overwhelmed, actually, with how much I've got to read. I think I'm probably going to focus on the Kensington one because they're so nice that they send me the physical books. And I also promised a few authors I was going to read books for them right before I got sick. And then I was like, I just wrote to them like just now. And I was like, I couldn't read. I couldn't because I just came to think to put 2 sentences together. Forget about actually writing a review for you. I'm so sorry. I'm going to do it. I just couldn't do it in the last 2 months when I was supposed to. They were really nice about it. Tara Lush was one of them, which she has this really great coffee bean series with a crazy father in it. And then this new one, that's the one I really, really like. It's like crazy witches, paranormal type stuff in Florida. It's really funny. So that's like the Hex. Let me see what the name of the series. I definitely recommend those. Where is it? It's so funny, the book. Of course, I'm not going to find it. Yeah, I'm not going to find it, so I'm going to go to my past. I did not make my reading stuff. I was very upset. It's the first time in 3 years I did not do my reading challenge on Goodreads. I got up to 61 books of 70. If I would have read in December and November, I would have made it. I would have. And it sucks. I had so many books I was trying to catch up to get to the Christmas book. There was like 4 or 5 series that I was like trying to get to that Christmas book. I didn't get to it. I could not read it. I'm very, very upset. I might end up reading Christmas books all through the year because of that. Because I do want to continue those series. But let's see. Past challenges. Last year. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Eat, Pray, Hex by Tara Lush. That one I read. It's so good. So, so good. And the next one is, she's self-publishing these. I think it's I Want Your Hex is the one I'm going to read next. That's probably going to be after I finish reading these 2 books for Pride and Prejudice ones. I'm probably going to read that, and then I have another book from another author, and then I'm going to read all the Kensington, I think. I feel really bad. I'm so behind on all these things. And Kensington I'm already behind because I'm so OCD. I have to read from the beginning of the series. So you're going to be seeing a lot of series books from me. Like, you can see 1, 2, 3. Like, I'm going to read them in order because I can't get to the new ones until I read the beginnings. I hate reading a book in the middle of the series. It drives me crazy. I don't know if it drives you crazy, but it drives me crazy. So that's probably what's going to happen. So you're going to see a lot of that in the next few months. Me trying to catch up. And again, you'll probably see Christmas books in March or April at this point because I screwed up with this stupid cough. But, okay, I hope you guys are all surviving January and December. I don't know. I've been hearing a lot of horror stories about everyone getting sick, too. This has been a crazy year. It's so cold. Like, sometimes I go outside to pick up the kids. I just feel it go right through my body. It's so cold. So, I hope you guys are all surviving. Again, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I hope you have a wonderful few weeks, and I will see you hopefully in 2 weeks. Bye, everyone.